has given me and go out and share it with somebody else, because I know it affected somebody.
Absolutely.
You have preachers, and then you have preachers. People who preach, and the preachers listen to them and they enjoy it. It's good to be in the house of the Lord this morning. We thank you for the warm reception that we got when we came in. Everybody seemed to be happy to see us, and we're certainly happy to be here. God is doing great things. How many of you know that He is? In a world that says there is no God, in a world that says that we waste our time to pray, we're wasting our time to go to church, that we're praying to a God that's not even real, we know that God is still real. He still has a people. For every generation that's ever been, He's always had a people. For every generation that's ever lived, He's always had a deliverer. Someone who would come and be a deliverer for His people. And how many of you know He's still got a people today? God's still got a people today. And I don't care how bad the world gets, and I don't care how much trouble there is in the land, and how much destruction there is that comes, I know one thing for sure: God will always have a people. And how many of you know as long as we're here, God's going to continue to move in this earth? As long as God's people are here, He's going to continue to move in this world. Somebody said in the last days, God won't move like He used to. Well, my friend, as long as God's got people on this earth, God's going to continue to move.
Yes, He is.
As long as God's got people that are breathing, that are reading, that are praying, that are seeking His face, that are still on this earth and on this planet, God's still going to move. Why? Because He is faithful. Come on, lift your hands with me. He's faithful. Prior, I've tried Him and I've found Him to be faithful. Pastor Tim Baker, I've tried Him and I've found Him to be faithful. When my friends have left me, when everyone else has forsaken me, when people that I know have left me, and then they've said there's no good in Him at all, I found Him to be faithful. When I went to the bank and the bank wouldn't give me any money, amen, when I went, amen, and I tried to work things out and I couldn't get an answer, what I found out is that God is still faithful. Come on, will you lift your hands today? Praise.
Just praying for sure. Everything's gonna
You know, we do it all just for you. For one.